Many players, when they want to hold the bow, might tend to try to grip on for dear life in various ways. And you can imagine how doing that for any length of time, any of these variations, would over time start hurting the hand. So you can see as I bring my hand over the bow, I'm simply letting my fingers dangle. I'm not doing this, I'm not stretching them, I'm not contorting them in any way. I'm just letting them dangle as they would, as if I weren't even playing. I then allow the two middle fingers to simply rest on the middle part of the bow. I drop the index finger down and then I rest the pinky atop that bow. At this point, this is a very stress-free hand position. The thumb is sometimes where it becomes tricky for players. So for many beginners, I encourage them to simply begin by having the thumb over the middle part, just so that they can begin to get a very natural, easy sense of that balance that's happening in the hand. Notice how, as a result of having this balanced feeling in my fingers, rather than gripping anywhere, that bow is balancing between my index finger and the pinky. So you can imagine when I start to bow, how that very same sense of balance starts to come into action. As I bring up my instrument and bring up the bow, notice how the fingers balance and react to the weight effortlessly. And then over time, when I'm a little more confident, I can then place the thumb on the inside the bow, focusing on the fatty part of the mid part of the upper part of the thumb and the side. Those 2 points are where we want to have that connection to the bow. And they will enable us to create this sense of balance where the thumb and the middle finger almost create like the fulcrum, almost like if you've ever seen a teeter-totter with two kids on one end and the other. In the same way, between the index finger and the pinky, we're able to create that sense of balance with the bow. When beginning to learn how to use the bow, I recommend that students just do this simple exercise for maybe a minute at a time, because any more than that and we start to get tired in the hand, and any excess tension will invariably make us want to grip. It's also a good idea to try using a simple pencil, perhaps when you're bored, or perhaps instead of the bow, for the simple reason that it's lighter and much easier to hold in the hand, much easier to play with and balance. So that might be a good first step for many of the beginners. So that's lesson 2 on holding the bow. Thank you very much. My name is Rozanna Weinberger. I'm a violist and a teacher. More recently, I started a line of violins for children because I really believe that creativity is such an important tool so that we're really prepared to deal with life ahead as adults, whether as musicians or in any other field of endeavor.